It's only a matter of time before people take their blinders off about the economic recovery that we've had over the last year and realize that inflation is gone through the roof and gold is the place you want to put your assets as the safe haven. We're going to be talking about that a little bit more in today's video, as well as discussing what is going on in the Goldback arena. Welcome back, guys, to the Independent Experience. I'm IndyXP Bullion, and this is your morning market wake-up call for Tuesday, March 16th, 2021. Let's go ahead and take a look at the markets and see where we're starting today off at. Gold is up, currently at 1740.13. Silver is down slightly, currently at 26.20. That gives us a ratio of 66.42. Platinum continuing to get some gains, currently at 1233.31. Palladium has seen a monster jump in the last 24 hours, currently at 25.1725, and rhodium is steady at 22,000. We've seen some losses in base metals. Copper is down significantly at $4.11. Nickel is at $7.41. Aluminum 98 cents. Zinc steady at $1.27. And lead is down at 87 cents. Barrels of crude oil have taken a hit overnight as well. Since our last video, it's down about $1, currently at $64.62 a barrel. We had a okay day on Wall Street yesterday. The Dow was up 174 points at 32,953.46. The Nasdaq was up 139 points at 13,459.71, and the S&P 500 was up 25 points at 39,6893. The US dollar index is down slightly, currently at 91.70. If you guys trade in Bitcoin, well, it's been kind of a steady day. We needed a steady day, I think. Kind of cleanse our palate from the record-breaking highs that we had over the weekend. We are at 55,279.48 currently. And if you happen to exchange a Goldback this morning, might be a good time to do it. Goldbacks are exchanging at $3.70, and we're going to be talking about that here in just a moment. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at this article from Kitco News. Comes to us from Niels Christensen. It's an interview he did with Joe Foster, who's the portfolio manager at Van Eck Gold Strategy. This is titled, Van Eck sees gold prices falling to $1,600 before it rallies to $3,000. Gold prices have pushed solidly above last week's 10-month low. However, according to one portfolio manager, the precious metal still faces challenging headwinds as the outlook for the U.S. economy continues to improve. In the report published last week, Joe Foster, portfolio manager for Van Eck Gold Strategy, noted that gold price action has been disappointing since November, when the market was particularly hard hit by the news regarding vaccines that could bring the COVID-19 pandemic under control. Quote, this, along with the $1.9 trillion stimulus bill, created an outlook of strong economic growth and euphoria in the markets, Foster said in his report. Gold as a safe haven will continue to struggle so long as the outlook prevails, possibly through the first half of 2021. Because the growing optimism surrounding the U.S. economy, Foster said that he is downgrading his short-term outlook for gold. We have downgraded our near-term outlook from a consolidation to a correction in which we expect gold to trade above $1,600. Currently, the April futures last traded at $1,728.80, up 0.52% on the day. This is yesterday. Although gold could continue to struggle in the next few months, Foster said that they do expect to see a catalyst emerge in the second half of the year to drive gold prices higher. He added that he remains long-term gold bullish. Quote, the most likely catalyst would be excessive inflationary expectations. Inflation expectations have returned to pre-pandemic norms, although a number of developments suggest it could spiral out of control. And inflation is that catalyst that will cause gold prices to spiral out of control, spiral upward, we should say. Obviously, gold has always been the hedge against inflation. It's always been that safe haven metal that people flock to when we see huge spikes in inflation. And right now, the U.S. government is just printing money to give us all. I did get notification that I will receive my Biden bucks tomorrow, and I'll be turning right around and I'll be buying up precious metals with my Biden bucks. So I feel like a lot of you guys will probably be doing the same. If you're watching this, obviously, if the government hands you a golden spoon, you're going to melt it down into some bars. So what do you guys think? Are we on the cusp of seeing gold breakout? I think most of us probably think so. I think this makes a very interesting point that once people realize that the shininess of the pandemic recovery starts to wear off and we are in a heap of trouble, people are going to start to realize that gold is where they need to be, and silver too. Obviously, silver is a great hedge as well. It's a little bit more volatile, and some people don't have the stomach for it, but gold is going to be where it's at. So we're going to start seeing people start flocking back in once they start realizing that all this money that we've printed over the last year is going to cause a big problem that we're going to have to, it's going to take us a while to dig out of. And gold's going to be the place you're going to want your money. So, the other thing I want to talk about today was the Goldback. So we did just report that the Goldback is now exchanging at $3.70. I don't know whether or not this is a glitch. Yesterday it was trading at $3.09. Now the exchange rate is $3.70. I don't know if this was some kind of correction that they were doing with their network or with catching up at some point. I don't know what that is. Hopefully this is just a glitch, but I do want to talk about gold and the Goldback. So the thing with the Goldback is the idea, the groundwork laid for Goldbacks is exactly what we need it to be. It is a currency based on the price of metal, the price of gold. It differs from Bitcoin because it is easier to carry. It is easier to spend. It's easier to trade for goods and services than Bitcoin. I'm not here to bash Bitcoin, but in the case of a shit hits the fan scenario, you're not going to be able to spend Bitcoin. People are not going to want your electronic currencies. So the Goldback it's a slow rollout. I would certainly like to see other states get on board with the Goldback program. We're kind of seeing more of the, I would say, fringe states, the Utah, Nevada, New Hampshire. I'd like to see some bigger states get on board. If you could get a state like, say, Florida or Georgia or Texas would be major. If we could get Texas on board with a Goldback program, I think it would be huge for the idea of a local currency catching on in other places. So, but until that happens, it's still a rough ride. Now the thing with it is that even at $3.09 for a one denomination Goldback, that's 1/1000th of an ounce. There's only $1.74 worth of gold in a Goldback currently, and they have a monetary amount of $3.70, which is over double what the actual gold value is. Even at $3.09, that's a big problem. It's a big difference. So it's not meant to carry a premium. It's a currency. So I understand that they have to make money. There's a price to pay for making Goldbacks, and they are absolutely stunning. Every one I've ever seen has just been gorgeous. The new New Hampshire and ones that came out 2 weeks ago they're gorgeous, just like all the other ones. So I think that there's some time that's still left, and I think jacking the price up on them is not good for the Goldback, but I know it's just part of it. Until there's more of them flooding into the market, it's going to be difficult to control what the actual exchange rate is. So what do you guys think on the Goldback front? Do you think we are preparing for the end of the Goldback if they're going to be raising their prices up like this, or is this just a correction that kind of puts it more in line with the intentions of the Goldback? So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'd be interested to hear what you have to say. One last thing before we wrap up. Today marked the 1-year anniversary of my first COVID positive diagnoses. So it's been 1 year since I had COVID the first time now. If you guys have been longtime followers of my channel, you know that I've actually had COVID twice. Had it in March of last year and then had it right after Thanksgiving last year as well. So it puts me at the bottom of the list for receiving a vaccine. At some point I've been told probably July is when I'll be eligible to get the vaccine, unless I sneak my way in and not be very truthful on my forms filling out. So but if you have had COVID, I know there's a couple guys here in the community that have had it as well, and I'm glad that you guys made recoveries. And for you guys that haven't had it yet, just hope that you don't get it, because it is not fun. I finally have gotten over the majority of my symptoms from the second time. It took months to get over a lot of these symptoms, where even still now I have trouble walking up a flight of stairs. So it's not fun, but I'm glad I'm still here. I'm still able to enjoy giving you these morning market wake up calls every morning, and I hope that you guys are still enjoying them. So guys, I do greatly appreciate every single one of you, and if you happen to appreciate old IndyXP Bullion, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button for me right there. It helps me out immensely in defeating the YouTube algorithms. If you happen to be new to the independent experience and you want to keep up to date on when all the latest and greatest content comes out, go ahead and consider hitting the subscribe and jingle bell right there in the corner, big bong, so you can stay notified of when new content comes out. Of course, we're going to pop the box up on this side of the screen. That's the gateway to the back catalog of videos. You can start clicking through those at your heart's content at the end of this one. Guys, I've been IndyXP Bullion from the Independent Experience, and I'm here again to remind you, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find your pockets heavy.